All right, well, there it is. Project Mission Impossible has finally been delivered to the underground layer of David Vizard. What are we, about 400 feet underground now?
Yes.
Right.
It's like the Batman cave.
Not quite.
And
right?
of course,
but
you guys
we
know
are
Andy.
hurricane proof.
So we're over here. We're at David's place. We're a little bit punchy because I've been going since like 6 o'clock this morning. It's like 10 o'clock at night now. I just drove out here to North Carolina, and we just got done doing a couple of hour live together. There we go. It was all of us. Look how good we look together.
Yeah,
right.
Man, we're a good looking.
This is a team. This is a team. So we're here. Oh, look at this. This is how often do you just run into a garage and find a cup car? It's a real cup car. Look, it's got all of this stuff on it.
Right, show them, Tony.
Yeah.
Show them the engine, right?
Sure.
100% Mopar.
It's got 3 miles on it.
Ooh.
Right, 538 foot-pounds, 703 horsepower, and it's a 24-hour engine. It's meant to go a 24-hour race.
Okay.
Couldn't keep rebuilding a cup car engine that only went 500 miles.
So what is this based on?
It's a Chrysler.
It's W9 headed.
Are they W9s?
8s or 9s. Yeah.
I ported these heads myself, right? I didn't want some amateur cup car guy doing it. Right,
so we've got the two extremes right here.
Yeah. So here's what was that? That's about 750, 800 horsepower, right?
No.
Detuned.
As I said, it cost me $12,400 in parts to rebuild this. It's as new, but I replaced the camshaft in it for one that was 15 degrees less, so that it would run for a 24-hour race.
Okay. It's an endurance motor.
Yeah.
Yes. So
okay.
I was thinking that it would last a year, the whole year without touching it, for classic, ex-cup cars, vintage cup car races,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
Road races. This one's set up for a road course. The only thing you've got to do is set the camber angles for the track.
But how much horsepower is that thing worth?
703 horsepower, but it's got 538 foot-pounds. When it was built by Everingham, it's 721.
Yeah.
But it only had 520 foot-pounds. So I've got a much better torque curve, right? So this thing will come out of a corner like a scalded rat.
Now this is for sale.
Yes.
And
I can't get in anymore, right? And look, my wife won't even let me drive a road car.
And I definitely can't get in it.
Why don't you put your wife in here?
She refuses to drive anything that looks faster than a Corvette. Actually, my wife's an excellent chauffeur. She gets a move on it and drives all the racing lines.
This thing is pretty intense.
It is.
All right, so one extreme to, and how much did you want for this?
I've got it listed at 19.5, I think it is.
Do you take trade-ins?
Well, no, I need the money to buy my Mustang.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, guys, there you go. 19 and change. Look at this.
The engine's
Oh,
worse
there you
than
go.
we're at.
It's been rebuilt all the way through.
Yeah.
Right?
All right. So now talk about rebuilds. We're doing this. So here's the block that we're going to use. Of course, we're missing a few things. The caps are here someplace. There's all the tins. Here's some heads that Andy is going to carve up.
We have a saw that's dedicated to that, sawing heads into.
Yeah.
It's out there, covered in that
Big
black.
bandsaw.
Right?
Andy, you want to show our guys around a little bit?
Yeah, sure. All right. So the first thing you notice in here, we've got engines out the wazoo, valves, you name it.
Yes, ask me what type of valves I favor.
Yeah. What brand?
No, that's not all. That cupboard's there. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
Open that up, Andy. You know.
Oh, jeez.
You see, I do deal with Manly, and they make nice valves, but I get great service from these guys, right? And they will make me something that I want special, just literally at the drop of a hat.
We can't do commercials for these guys.
Yeah.
You know what? I'd advertise for them for nothing for the good service I get from them.
Nice. I'm the same way. I mentioned when
This
I'm
is-
happy with something.
This
right?
is my Godzilla flow bench. Actually, no, it's the Dreadnought one, right? We can pull about. I've been upgrading it. Marvin and I. We can pull about 900 CFM from it now. That one over there is about 475.
Yeah.
Right.
That's my baby right there. I love that flow bench.
It's computer. You know, it's got the. You can't see.
Flow
It's behind that big cylinder.
And this is where the mixed up boss was
Yes.
Right.
flogged.
This
Yeah.
one here, it all comes up on the screen.
Digital swirl meter.
Right, swirl meter, everything.
Nice.
These are the grinding benches that I was on about. Right, when they're running and drawing air, nothing comes out of here. Right, it all goes in. Look how
around.
tiny my shop is. I'm grinding regularly.
This is, guys, this is what you should aspire to. So this is a home shop. I was only joking about it being, 400 feet underground. This is actually his home shop.
Yeah.
It's a
That's the living room up there.
2-car garage with some small rooms.
I walk to work every
Hey.
day,
Yeah.
whether it's snowing, raining, sunshine, whatever.
So this is, seriously, this is what you guys should be aspiring to. Now, obviously, this is out of almost everybody's reach, but it's what you aspire to. This is what you should want.
Yeah.
This is like the kind of environment that you want. Look how beautiful and well lit and organized, and this is truly professional.
And
We got a break room right there.
break room, coffee machine,
Nice.
refrigerator, cooker,
Pretty
Right.
much it's the ultimate man cave.
And it is.
It is.
right?
I mean, we get to saw things
No,
up.
I can use as a seat and guide machine or a milling machine. I've got the Goodson. Look on the wall there. I've got the Goodson grindstones and the Goodson.
The crowning jewel.
Yeah, I was
right
going
here.
to say.
That's a 1953 grinder, right? And it's still as smooth as silk.
I bet you
Right.
this thing's seen some serious hot rod action over
Oh,
the
I'm
years.
sure.
You can't even feel any backlash in it,
Yeah.
right?
It is.
When I got it, the paint was in bad shape from things knocking it from when it was in storage. But
Yeah.
it's only had about, since it's been alive, it's only had, I would think, 5 years of use.
Yeah.
Right.
When we got it, it was pretty much like in a time capsule.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Now I've
art.
got to replace
That's
the motor.
industrial art.
It is industrial
Yeah,
art.
That's
absolutely.
exactly what that is.
And it will put a finish on a valve as good as anything else out there. It really will.
Right, that's when I put the new motor in, right?
So we got a diesel head over there.
Yeah, I'm doing a
Duramax.
project. There's one there, one there. And here's one sectioned.
Yeah.
And I'm
This
going to
is
be
LS
showing the
head.
students
Or which
rather
one? Oh,
our-
that diesel.
let me show you what happens here. I got that around the right way.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, that's how a whole head is,
Okay.
right? And the ports are very tortuous on these diesels. There's two of them, and they wrap around. I don't know if you can see this, but
It's crazy.
yeah, that's the intake port,
It's crazy.
right?
Okay.
And it splits up into two, just back here. There's no way you can get in there unless you're a
To do what you
contortionist.
want, right?
Here's
Yeah.
the other port, goes around there. Right now, I say no way you can get in. You can, but you have very little room to do it, and it needs a CNC machine that can take a cutter, because it's programmed to take the cutter within 5 thou of the wall. Can't do it by hand. Now, here's how I developed the port on this. Right, I cut a 1/4 of an inch through, thick cut through the head. Then I've got a piece of plastic here because I want to show this off. This is 1/4 inch thick plastic. So now when I put this head back on, after I've cut this to fit all of that, I can then put this back on,
Okay.
port it a bit, see where it's at, or do it separate like this. so that I can see how much metal I've got left and that. And here's the other thing. You can't take a mold of a 4-valve head unless you do something like shave it in the middle, because you can't get the mold out. Now, what I've got here, I can put this together, mold the port, take the top off and take this off and pull out the mold. And I know there's going to be some diesel porter say, yeah, the hell did you get that mold? Can't get it out. Well, this is how you do it. This is what I call my split head porting, right? I do this on complex deals. And the other thing is that doing it this way allows you to get better airflow.
David, you're a global treasure, bro.
Well, I don't know about that, but I enjoy life. Does it seem like I enjoy life?
Absolutely.
Right. Well, Tony, you should know about that, because when I watch you on your program, you're never grumpy. Even when you're pissed off at somebody, you're still doing it with a smile on your face.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, this is living the dream. I mean, we're all three of us are fortunate
Yes.
enough
Now,
to
this
be.
is what I tell people. If work is defined as what you've got to do to put groceries on the table, I haven't worked since 1959.
It's exactly
I
right.
get up in the morning and say, today I'm going to do exactly what I want. Right? I mean, you can't get better than that. You understand, don't you?
Of course.
Tony? Yeah, we're out of the same mold.
Yeah.
Right? And this guy comes round, right? And he never fails to buoy my spirits even more, because I know that when we have a conversation, I'm going to find something he said that's of use.
It might be that small, but
when I write about him in my videos and say subject consultant, you wouldn't believe how many videos this guy inspired me for the subject. He's done it again today, right?
Yeah.
But that's the bond of gearheads.
It is. It really is.
It's amazing how, if you bond with the right people, how much you can be more advanced than you would have been by yourself.
The difference is it's the love of machinery, of the machinery that we work with, versus the love of what the machinery can do for us.
Right.
I love engineering. That's
Exactly.
it. I love engineering. My wife Josephine said, I'm not sure we want to win the lottery. She says, you work long enough hours now. We win the lottery. Most people say, I'm going to retire. Right? All you're going to do is buy more machines and work more hours. She says, I'll never see you.
I wouldn't know what to do if I don't gamble or anything. I wouldn't know what to do with the money. I mean, seriously, I would build exactly the same stuff I built today, exactly the same way, and I'd make these videos exactly the same way.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're lucky.
And I can totally relate to that, right?
Well, come on, let's show our viewers the rest of this, and then we'll bring them up to date on up to speed.
Here's a little break room there, right? That's usually got some. That's where we keep the beer in that fridge. But I don't drink beer, so guys come round here regularly know that it's in there, so they just.
I don't even drink either.
I don't drink either.
Right now then, this is what we're modifying as a studio. It's still somewhat unruly. Right?
This worked great. We just did a live in here, a couple of hours, and this room worked fantastic. Yeah, very nice.
But it will be a proper studio when I finish, with a proper curved desk here, and we're going to adjust the lighting and all that, and the walls will be sound deadened, etc. So it will be nigh on a professional studio.
Yeah.
Except we build engines in here.
See? Too.
Andy and I are just doing this one. It's a cam test engine. Right now, it's usually covered up, but I uncovered it before you guys came around.
Okay.
Right, so adjustable cam. You can't do test cams without you do a cam swing.
Right.
Right. So now,
That's my phone.
is it? Oh, okay. Let me give you that. Right.
All right. So, what are those heads there?
Well, we're going to test heads on it as well. They are reconditioned stock heads, right?
Okay.
They're blueprinted down to the last. nano-thou.
Yeah.
Right,
We're
so
in nano-thou.
that's
Enough
so
of
that
that.
what we can truly say, this was the best of the stock heads.
Well, let's see what we're going to do with the best of these stock parts.
That's exactly right.
So, these heads I brought down. These are the ones that are going to get sacrificed. These are going to get cut up, and Andy's going to work his flow bench magic on it.
Yep. I think people will really be shocked at what we can obtain from it.
Oh, I know that they will.
Yeah.
I know that they will. I know, and this is the guy who was like, yeah, 300 horse, 320, no problem.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. The
So-
carburetor is going to be the weak link,
Yes,
but we'll
that's
do our
going to
best with that. Right,
So-
it certainly isn't the connecting rods, right? They are,
be
Nice.
no, yeah.
they're nice. We can make those into pseudo race connecting rods.
Andy, you need to do a comparison on your channel
Yeah.
between the Windsor Ford. That's a 289 302 Ford block,
Yes.
and this is just a regular 318 LA.
Look at the difference.
Yeah. Well, no, save that, man. You got
I
to
will, but
do that on your. Do a video on it.
it's going to be good.
So, what's the schedule on this, guys? What are we waiting?
Well, you know, like we talked about in the live chat that we had, this is going to be a side project for David and myself. Once we get Casper up and get the race with Bottle Rocket over with, then I'm going to go full bore on this right here.
Okay.
That's the game plan. And because we're going to have to science out from the carburetor to intake, the cylinder heads, the oiling system, everything. And so the things that we're going to do is not going to cost a lot of money, but it's going to have a lot of time in it. And
Right.
people may say, why are you doing this? We're wanting to use our brains instead of our pocketbook.
All right. So here's the tentative plan, right? So don't hold me to this exactly, right? What a light! I gotta find good lighting.
There you go.
Here we go. Ah, that's better. But I can't get you guys in it. I'll have bad
It's
lighting,
good,
but you guys.
We're good.
All right. So here's the tentative plan. We're going to shoot for that 1 horsepower per cubic inch with the stock 2-barrel on it, right? The little BBD carburetor on it. Once we've established that, we're at least gone as far as we can. What we'll do is we'll unbolt that manifold and we'll put on a performance 4-barrel intake with like a 750-ish size Holly, and we'll see what this combination makes. You know, with conventional bolt-ons, you know, conventional hot rod bolt-on stuff. We'll see the difference there. Because everybody's like, well, why don't you just build it with a 4-barrel? You're missing the point. But a comparison between the two would be very interesting once we've achieved the results that we're looking for, or at least come close to the results we're looking for. So then, once we're finished with playing with this thing on the dyno, it'll probably end up in one of our cars just to make a couple of runs with, just to see what it's going to do in real life, and then it's going to be, we're going to give it away. We're going to use it as a promotion for St. Jude's, which is David's. That's your charity. It's like you're all about.
Yeah, I've lost a child, and what we're doing is I'm putting the word out. No, I will do a video on it, and it will be called my Grief Relief Project, and that is. Yeah, if we can save a child's life, that means we save 2 people the grief of having to go through losing a child. I've lost a child. It's the most horrible thing that ever happened to me. I really would like to help kids live a life so that their parents don't have to go through what I went through. Right? And you won't understand it.
No, that's not something anybody could ever understand.
Unless you've lost a child, right? And for those who have never lost a child, I hope you never lose one.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to figure out somehow or another that we can benefit St. Jude's with this engine and whatever stuff that's going to go with it at the end. But that's the details of that are to be worked out. We're open for suggestions and open to anybody who wants to help us along with this mission of getting the word out and raising awareness and resources, whatever, for St. Jude's. So, guys, I got an 8-hour drive back to Tennessee. So I got to get moving. So, David, Andy, thank you guys so much. I keep kicking your race car.
Well, thank you for coming down and bringing
Yeah.
Mission Impossible. I can't wait to see what we do with it.
It's been great to finally meet you after all these years.
Absolutely.
Tony, right?
Yeah.
I'm tickled pink. Do I look like it?
Both of us are. This is cool, man. All right, that's it. Okay, the Love Fest is ending. We're out of here.
We're tired.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.